Yes, sir. Hey, give thanks for tuning in to the Pass Through podcast with your boy C's and Breeze. Go a homeboy Breezy and how we today.
Yo,
Happy
yo,
New
yo.
Year, car. You ain't see we since the New Year start. You check, so Happy New Year.
Been aware, man. We've been
However,
off the grid, Been off the grid, man. Back like we
yeah,
never
dog,
left.
been a minute. It gonna be more consistent. We gonna promise you that much. You know what
For
I'm saying?
sure.
So, so, how your New Year has been, man? For starters.
Be honest, dog. Let the world know that fucking shit. Don't sugarcoat it.
Well, my New Year, I get 5 teeth pull dog. So yeah, and then we had a
Nice.
So
little
you mean?
snowstorm that same week. I didn't in pain, and then a cold with snow that same week. Yeah, dog, it was rough. It was rough, dog. Hey, listen, take it from Breeze. Cavities is real, Ari. Cavities is real. When you got a toothache, trust me, it's the worst pain you ever felt in your whole entire life. It'll go all over your fucking face, okay? All in your ear, your eye. Listen, get your teeth them pull if they're hurting you, Ari, or a gel don't work. Take it from
Ain't that alone, you know. It's two places that will give you an ache and you'll be your whole day gone bush, you know what I
hmm
mean? It's your teeth and your toes. You don't bump your toes, that. You bump your toes your day off. That's a fact.
Facts.
Facts. Agree.
You stump your toe, you cussing everybody.
Everybody.
You know what I mean? Like, your motherfucker. Everybody want to know again now. You stump your
I know
thumbs.
everybody throughout the day sometime will be having a good day, dog, go in the room for something and bump their toe and they bed. And they gone
Oh
so
yeah,
at
man.
one time, dog.
Tough.
Facts.
You check?
Facts.
Yeah, man. Son.
You're upset with the wall.
Yeah, see what we're getting into today, man. What we're getting into today.
So today we're gonna get the response from Chris, figuring out how he actually feel about the whole TikTok situation with what I don't know her name specifically, but the significance that she made so far is just pulling up on me boy them that making that man seem like they're doing something wrong. You check? So we're gonna talk about that today. What
Okay.
about what about you, Breeze? You cool with that?
We good. I mean, so basically for
Cool.
context is Mama kind of felt okay. So to rewind it back, with the grade made a post trying to educate, right? We gonna give Chris side of it, right? But so basically they was educating, and I guess the way that she took the education was
Well, you could start from even before that. Like, what make us want to even educate the people?
so basically I guess if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. She made a post on TikTok saying that these podcasts or these VA podcasts don't be putting on um VA artists or local artists to try and get their name out there. And it was like a whole big rah rah. So
Well, ultimately she tried to say they don't fuck with
right,
nobody besides the
right, the
popular
popular
crew.
crowd, right,
You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? Right, right.
So
So we're gonna touch on that.
yeah, we gonna have Chris here tell his side of the story, like how he feel about it. So talk to me, dog. Like what went on in your mind when you saw the video and it's like all this stuff. Like if everybody seen it, you seen what she said. So it's like how you feel about it, dog.
I mean, like, just to give the wall, you know, from my eyesight, from my point of view. I was literally just coming back from Miami, recording an episode with a big fatty check. So I ain't really know what been going on TikTok. A couple people sent to me a rant that said girl was basically saying that a podcast um from St. Croix. Yeah, St. Croix podcast, and these young men live in the States. So it was kinda, you know, some may say that, she could have been talking about anybody, But usually when you hear other podcasts that from St. Croix doing this from the States, is only we and pass through. So it was like it was a one
Right,
are we. You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? So they were basically saying that, like, if she had why we don't do something for the local artists that the people them coming up. Um so basically we just felt like she wasn't educated in
Mm-hmm,
that sense. And we just, decided to piece together a little compilation of all the times that we had artists basically doing our on the radar stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
she said that way we don't use our platform to do like an on the radar thing, but we
mm-hmm.
do. You know what I'm saying? And so we basically just did that. And, you know, she got like, super, super upset about it. And just decided to just call us losers and all them different stuff. Like, I mean, like, to be honest, like, I didn't think it would get that crazy. I get that
Yeah,
deep.
yeah.
I was a guy that, like, you know, I was a guy that, like, believe it or not, I would rather take the peaceful route than the chaotic route,
Mm-hmm.
you check. Like, you
Yeah.
could ask, we could ask Breeze, you know what I mean? I had enough thing we were supposed to go out and they had just been like, man, I know that's cool, dog. Cause sometimes I just like, I just don't want to
Right.
chill. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't like to like waste energy. But at the same time, when you reach to a certain, level off of hard work, and like somebody with a big platform try to, you know, shit on your name or like make things to be what it's not to be, or say untrue things. I feel like you should take that opportunity to clear things up. So that's
Definitely.
really, yeah, that's really what we were doing. Just wanted to just, educate not only her, but everybody that saw her video because, like I said, it was sent to us from different people at different times. We wasn't really taking it on or studying it. But like she did it, she said she put out that video like 3 days before we even respond. And within those 3 days we were getting that video sent to us from all kind of different people. Like, why are they coming for you? They're coming for you, they're coming for you. And we just watch it and we're like, we're gonna just take it and we're gonna just like just have a little fun with it. You know what I mean? We wasn't even trying to like hurt nobody
Right,
feelings or nothing like
right.
that, but really are just trying to like, clear the air and let the people know that yeah, we do put on for the artists and we do allow them to come on our show and bust their music and stuff like that. We do plan
Right.
to like do it even a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what we are about. So we just wanted to clear that up. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah, and that's one thing I could say about Chris and Reno. You know what I mean? Like them man actually love music, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I know
I
these
mean,
man
J.
friends
Cole
since
drop.
you
Gotta
check,
finish that.
hey, killing that all day.
Yeah,
You
for
check.
sure.
But
For
at the end
sure.
of the day, I know these man from time I been complex. Like I said, come down from Atlanta. Chris is the first person I brought up in, and his music we talking about. We even rapping, spitting bars back and forth. You check.
For sure.
So
For sure.
so it's a real genuine thing, dog. That man ain't watching no face at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, man. And it's like, got you,
I
breeze.
no. What I
Yeah,
was
man.
gonna say is, I'm me saying this because I know I would dog. I want this to be absolutely clear. I felt like when I had watched the initial video I did, I literally didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think, oh, that man probably dissing she man. I dog had no
Yeah.
thought about that. But then when she responded to it, I was like, I had to go back and watch the video again. I was like, wait, where that man did she? I was like, where in this video that man I did she?
Yeah.
But certain people attack things away that kind of feel like because I feel like because she don't know Ayo like that she felt targeted, you check. So it's like and then also to
Yeah.
another thing too with the popularity thing, right? Okay, so it's true that VI people does more favor popularity than actual talent. That this is fact. We ain't going to
Okay.
sugarcoat it. This is facts, right? So I feel when it comes to just like okay, for instance, let's speak about Timo, right? Timo, everybody know Timo, everybody know Tiran. Man, them man is not going to necessarily want to, and this is my opinion. I feel like man of their with their platform, they ain't going to just take anybody off the street that ain't really putting in the effort to put their music out there to show the wall and like put in the hard work, because it's like you basically taking a risk on this person because you ain't see them putting in the work to get to where they need to be or they want to be, right? And then you have them on your platform and then they just passing, and then it's like you wasting your time at the end of the day, right? So that's what you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it from that point of view of,
Yeah.
yeah, we're trying to build a following, but also too, we are also trying to make sure that the people that we bring on our platform putting in the work to get our attention to put them on our platform. We just ain't putting anybody.
Yeah, man, 100%.
You check?
100%. And to touch on what you just say, you know what I mean? Like you said that like everybody know Tiran and everybody know Timo, but like the reality is like not everybody know them.
True.
You
True.
check what
True.
he's
You're
saying?
right.
Like not every no, we could say everybody in the
Virgin
Virgin
Islands, right,
Islands
right,
know them, but like we trying to like bust through the Virgin Islands. We trying to touch
right,
all the
right,
Caribbean. You know, check
right,
what he's
Right.
saying. That's why that's why we to go to all these carnival events. That's why we to go to all these different parties and juves. Ain't cause we want to walk up on and thing them. I mean that's just part of it. That's like
right,
20% of
right,
the
right,
reason. But 80% of the reason is really and truly is to just get one name out there. We out there, we hanging up, we handing out stickers, we handing out like our barcode and all these things, just building our
Mm-hmm.
following. Like, you know, she did mention like how hey, I'll get 10K. Yeah, for sure. But we didn't spend $1 for that 10K in terms of like buying followers and all them stuff. Like that's organically grown 10K. Like we actually went out there and we worked for that there. So it's like, you know, we have people on our platform, we want people that actually, you know, do that same amount of work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I sure people like you may say everybody know 5'2", everybody know Fliz up. But like, you know, that's everybody in the
Right,
Virgin Islands. Like you could have somebody in a Trinidad that fuck with our podcast and the man listening to Timo for the very first time. Like, wow, this man is spitting.
right, right,
You know what I'm saying? And now, you know what I mean? We actually been going through the analytics of like the people that watch with the Green podcast, and they have people in UK that listen to us. So imagine like all these different artists gonna get opportunity to have their music played in the UK, United Kingdom. Like I don't care how popular you feel these people are, they could always get bigger. They could
mm-hmm.
always,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, go to a whole next level. You check what he's saying? So it's like, you know,
Is
so it's like, yeah. I watch things like from a
right,
global standpoint, from a bigger
right, right,
standpoint,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like
As you
that's just
should.
how I really to watch things, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. As you should,
Is
dog. Because at the end of the day,
go no,
go ahead.
go ahead, Sis, go ahead.
At the end of the day, right? When they were doing this music thing on a serious note, you check. Every artist knows it's sacrifice that you literally have to sacrifice a lot. You might sacrifice a couple meals because of a feature you might want to really have on the album, and you gotta pay that person before you even get them on to release their track to you. You check, so it's a lot, dog.
Dog.
Ain't no walk in the park for none of this.
C's could tell you that. C's could tell he been through the ring
Yeah,
of this music thing. You know what I mean? Like like you know, we had people like Cruziano, we had people like you know, like I said, 5'2", like all of these different people on our platform. Each of them man could tell you, and sees himself could tell you, as an artist, you're struggling. It don't matter what way you put it. You're
hmm
struggling. Because the amount of money, time, and effort you
Mm-hmm.
putting in, you don't see it back
Right,
unless you go
no,
on
right,
tour. You know what I'm saying? Touring is where your
right,
money that. You
that's
know
what
what I
the
mean? You
money
getting
really is.
cents for streams and shit. Like, so it's like any little thing that could help is a help.
right.
You
hmm
check what he's saying? Yeah.
And
Yeah, man.
Any more questions regarding that?
well, for the people them that don't know, um, her name and TikTok is the Vogue Vista, and she from I think she from Saint John, Saint John,
Yeah.
right? I think I
So
yeah,
it
I
seems.
think that's where she from. So shout out to she, man. This is, again, and I gonna said I gonna put this out there. This is not bashing she or anything. We just
Think she cute?
I plead the fifth that
She's
we're
not
not
that.
going to
She's
go down
not.
that road.
She's not that ugly
Hey,
girl, dog.
hey,
She's not.
I'll go on the record. She cute to me.
She
She
is.
You
is.
know what I
She
She
mean?
not
not.
ugly
No, no,
girl,
she's
dog.
not ugly.
She got some nice eyebrows
She's
and shit. You
no,
know what I
she's
mean?
not
Like,
ugly, dog. That's one thing. She's not. Hey, one
One.
thing over here,
What I
boy.
would say. What I would say ain't no malice wrong it.
Yeah,
I
no, ain't
mean,
no
like we
malice,
just
dog.
trying to
You check.
no,
clarify
no.
everything.
I
I
And at
want
the
she
end of
to
the
do
day,
good
yeah,
for
dog,
sure.
we rooting for everybody, dog. VA,
Yeah.
Yeah, me
VA
ain't
at the end
wanted
of
to
the
go
day,
down
you
that
check.
road, dog. You already know what happens when you go down that road. So that's a tricky road to go down. You
Nah,
check, but
ain't
but
Yeah,
yeah,
no
man.
yeah, yeah.
Shout out to she, man, cause
wholeheartedly mean
she
that
got
fuck.
a platform, and like she's a big advocate for the VA, dog, and I respect that to check. So it's like she care about what really going on in the VA. So shout out to
Mm-hmm.
she and what she doing, man. But at the end of the day, mama, this is just my take on it. You gotta look at things from both sides of the fence, But you ain't wrong for how you. If you felt like you was attacked, hey, sometimes you gotta defend yourself. But that's that. I don't think that was necessarily the case. Chris said that wasn't the case, and I ain't just saying that because I know that man. And I did pull up Chris on things that I don't agree with sometimes. Same thing with C's. I ain't a biased person. That's one thing I am. Not a biased person. I just felt like that initial video was not intended with any malice or to dish in no way. It wasn't like that. You check, but that's just
And usually even in rap, you know what I'm saying, when you gain a beef with somebody or you looking for war with somebody, you're gonna respond after they respond, and because you're
Yeah,
gonna be ready to go back and forth. Like, like we that was we just one and done,
right,
and she made like 3 videos after that there. And even though she says some more things that wasn't true and some more things we could have go out and clear
Mhm.
out, like, me personally, I feel like, and this is just with life, I feel like if our argument ain't going nowhere and it's just a lot of back and forth and I have to like repeat
Right,
myself and them stuff, I usually
right.
just be like, man, I good on this
I the
argument. You
same
check, like, you
way.
could have it.
Same
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have that heck. Eventually, life gonna show you what time it is. You check, like, it just ain't my job to show you.
right.
You know what I mean? Because we arguing all the time, and if you can't see what he's saying, then it just
Then they ain't going
Yeah,
nowhere.
ain't my yeah, you know what I mean? Ain't my
Yeah.
responsibility to let you know what it is going on. You know what I mean? But really and truly, just to touch on a couple more things that she said that weren't
mhm,
true. You just said that she, is a big advocate for the Virgin Islands, and she was saying that, our podcast ain't have no substance and we don't touch on stuff in the Virgin Islands. And I just feel that's like, very untrue. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to go out there and say that there, you know what I mean? Like, if you would just take some time to just go on our pages, go on our YouTube, you'll see we have different things that we touch on mental health. We had times where we had historians on the pod. We had times when we had people that like looking to give back on the pod as well. So we have been using our platform to like shed light on the Virgin Islands in many
mhm,
different ways. You know what I mean? And at the same time too, me personally, I know me, dog. I don't march already for Wappa.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? Like, or
mhm,
against Wappa, not
mhm.
for Wappa, sorry. I put my life on the line for the VA, you know what I'm saying? Like, front Chris Sealy in the newspaper, my name, you know what I mean? So it's like, you could say I burn different like bridges, just doing them type of stuff, just because, I care about the Virgin Islands and how I want the Virgin Islands to do things. But I'm gonna be completely clear when we start with the green. It was just some guys that wanted to kick it and talk. Our mission never been to like uplift or like not uplift, sorry. Our mission never been to like put a VI on the map or to make the Virgin Islands a better place. We feel like, they have people in the Virgin Islands that's supposed to be doing them type of stuff. It's a podcast. You know what I mean? We
Right.
just wanted to chop it up and talk. No, we realize we got a lot of traction. We realize we got a lot of more eyes on us. So we
Mm-hmm.
inherited the responsibility. No, we didn't have to inherit that responsibility. We gotta keep doing our own thing and keep, talking about whatever we want to talk about. But we choose to add segments in the show to shed light on problems that are going on in the Virgin
Mhm.
Islands for a while now. We have for a
Right.
while now. Any heck, just had a domestic violence heck that happened in Totola, we touch
Mhm.
on it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Before that, there, you know what I mean? It's like anything. They had the insurance fraud thing. We
Yep.
touch on it. You know, like they had the thing that went on with waves. When you were charging people, we touch on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we always the shed light on the Virgin Islands. Like I said, we inherit the responsibility and we decide to do it, but we didn't have to. So like just going out there and saying that we don't is just an absolute lie. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. Like she just ain't watched the pod. Like it's clearly that she ain't watched the pod. And that's all
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean? But
She
like I just
probably
feel
she
like
probably see like couple
mm,
clips in passing and never actually sit down and watch the whole episodes or something like that. You know what I mean?
If
Because
I gonna be real, I feel like she be dope on the pod. If anything, Yo, check. I feel like she be
Yeah,
dope on the pod, dog.
yeah, that guy is about open
Right,
dialogue.
cause she
You
got a
think,
lot to say too. She
yeah,
got a lot to say, and it's like she open
yeah,
minded about stuff. Says like, dog, why not? Why not collab on something? That's just my opinion. But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah, man. I mean, I open for it. Like I said, like I never really had no problem with her, and maybe if she does come on the platform and speak, she could probably get a closer view and see for herself that like her perception of us is kind of false. Everybody entitled to their opinion. Everybody entitled to their perception, and but at the end of the day, what's true is
right,
true. You know what I mean?
right,
Statements were made. She didn't say I feel or I think. She was basically saying we don't. You know what
right.
I'm saying? So yeah.
So okay,
that's
so to piggyback off this whole situation, right? So for the people them
Mhm.
that don't know, like somebody that watching this right now, and they feel like they want to come and I guess be a guest in the pod. What is the process for you guys to have somebody be a guest in the pod? Like, do y'all reach out or do people reach out to y'all? So what's the whole process?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. You could hit up any of the DMs. Also, like we have um, the talent manager who really did deal with those things, like how information there in the bio. We also have like information in bio. Like we have a little website you could click on and put in a little request. All we ask for is quality. You know what I mean? Because we have reached a level where our audio is doing really good for us. The
mm-hmm,
actual podcast app. So when people like, listen and on the way to work or listen in the gym, all of these things are important to us. We want it to sound like chef kiss. We want it to sound like studio quality, even though we're remote. So, if you're really, really serious about being on with the green, you gotta be ready, like with at least a mic and a
Mm-hmm.
laptop. You know what I'm saying?
right,
You can't come in here with like, AirPods or something like that. You know what I mean? They gonna sound a little different from we, and then we more than likely ain't gonna put it out because we there to a level now where it's all about quality,
quality,
and that's just where we at right now. There's different ways we could pull people on though. Like if you're an artist, Reno reacts, which is he basically just reacting to like your music. And that goes on the with the green page as well. So that's a way to showcase your talent if you're an artist, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I mean. We just had Tariq McMillan the other day on the pod.
On the live,
We were
right?
talking about mental health
He was on the yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Like, so the live, like, we'd take the audio from the live and re-release it again on Friday on the podcast app. So that got sound good, is
Right,
what he's
right, right.
saying. You know what I mean? So it's like,
right,
you know what? If I listening back to it and I editing it and it don't sound good, I got straight away. You know what I mean? And I don't want like waste nobody time. So it's really like quality is really the big thing because we chop it up with anybody. That's what with the grain is about. It's really like a kickback. So once you get your shit, once you get your equipment and stuff, like we could chop it up
Yeah,
for
that's kind
sure.
of the same thing with this podcast too. We don't discriminate. We don't judge, dog. You check. If you get something that you want to talk about, or shit,
come
we would be
say,
telling people, shit. If you got a topic, hit us with a topic, dog. But sometimes when
yeah,
our guests them to talk out, like when they bring up a topic, we'd be like, "Wow, that's a good topic, man. Yeah, man. Let me talk about that. That gonna be dope." You know. But just like you said, it's all about quality. Quality is the main thing nowadays, especially remote. You want your quality to be good because I feel like you get better
on
quality
point,
when you have an in-person impact. And when you have an in-person impact,
yeah,
that's what drives your audience. That's what make your audience
Yeah, for sure.
interact with you more.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but
Yeah,
it that
man.
that seemed like a smooth. It seems smooth because I'm pretty sure it get people that have watched the pod and they feel like, damn, all these let's say popular people. These popular people down the pod. Damn, as a nobody, my son. I probably can't even get in the pod. But it's never listen, all you gotta do is ask questions. Just ask questions.
that's it. You
Hit up Big LA, shout out to LA. Hit up LA and just let you know, like, I will let you come on the pod.
Yeah. And if you don't get her, like I said, if you don't get her, you got a
Yeah,
website.
DMs.
you know,
Go ahead.
just ask questions, man. Closed mouths don't get fed. You know, same thing will pass through. If y'all to watch the pod and y'all want to be our guest, just hit me up in the DMs. You don't care, dog. You know, that's why
I'll say no quicker than Breeze gonna say no.
that's
So hit
but
me
what
up.
you think that is though? What you think that is?
Cause it's facts.
Hmm. See me,
It's
Man
facts.
is just a no gay.
I just a chill guy, dog. You check? I just a chill guy. And I just
Mm.
like
Hey,
listen. I feel like when you create a podcast, it's because you got a lot to say. You got a lot to talk about. You check.
yeah,
So I
it's a
feel
fact.
like you will always have some type of hot topic to talk about. And then when I feel like having guests too, that it just amplify it. I love having guests on pass through, dog. I love it. It's always a
Yeah, me
blessing,
too.
and I
Me too. That
appreciate
probably be
every
fun.
guest that pass through. You check.
Babes,
But
That's
babes.
the vibe, the man. That's the vibe of the whole podcast is
you check.
pass through. Pass through, chill for a little
You
bit,
see
and
it
then you
there?
go and do your thing. You know what I mean?
You check.
See it there?
We gonna go one
Yeah.
of these days. Don't worry, We might have a little pass through with the green collab going on. Don't worry, We go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. We'll link up
We
in
gonna
Florida
go.
for sure
We
and do
gonna
something.
go.
Yeah,
Set
man.
something up for sure, man. But
Run some dominoes or spades or something fuck while padding and
oh,
shit. Like,
that
you know what I mean?
I think the Dominoes will
I
be
like
dope.
that. I like
I
that.
don't know
I like
spades.
that. We
You
gonna
could do
we
the
gonna
dominoes.
brainstorm. We're gonna brainstorm for sure, man.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
Yeah, man.
So,
Yeah,
quick
man.
question before we bust out, right?
Mm.
No, a lot of the female audience been asking, what should they get their man for Valentine's Day? A lot of them saying,
repeat. Wait.
a
Wait,
lot
hold
of
on,
them
hold on, hold on,
saying,
hold on. Repeat that question. Bring the mic to your mouth. Repeat that question again. I want everybody to hear that question.
a lot, a lot of the female audience to be asking, like recent times, like it's about to be Valentine's Day. What should they get their man for Valentine's Day? Because every time they wrap up the box, like it's a new thing, they ain't like they ain't liking
I
that.
see what you
Oh,
did there.
hey.
I see what you did there. Yeah. um.
So what's some gifts for the female audience that they could take a little note from
Wait, gifts to give them or gifts to give we?
to give the men.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah.
want to know what they should get with.
Shit. Don't give me no
Yeah,
flowers. Don't give me no flowers. Don't give me no flowers.
yeah.
He back with his
Man, no
flowers,
want
so
a bouquet,
Don't give me
dog.
no flowers, dog. I swear, do not give me flowers.
Why she get you a plant, dog? What's a
Nah,
plant?
dog.
a money
Nah,
plant,
dog.
a money tree.
Or a
Our money
cactus?
plant
Some
is
bamboo?
nasty work seas. Why do you want big ass plant your money plant? That is nasty work. Dog, I good. Give me some what
Chocolate?
chocolate then, man? Nah, dog.
Well, you can't be picky,
Nah,
dog. You
bro.
got
Like that's I feel like Valentine's Day is for and you could call listen. I just feel Valentine's Day is for the woman. Is not necessarily for the
okay.
man. So chocolate and flowers for a man. I don't want necessarily a basket. Give me a gift basket. A gift basket. Give me some socks. Give me friggin' uh
A pair of socks.
yeah, man. Give me some socks, boxers. Give me some I don't know, dog.
Yeah, boxers with the hearts on it.
Mas- hey, okay. Motherfucker, you know what? You know what?
Silk,
Give me
silk.
a robe. Give me a robe. Yeah, give me a robe.
Okay,
Give me a robe.
Hugh Hefner type shit. Then let's
Yeah,
see
give
it.
me a silk robe.
That's
Has to be
peace.
silk. Can't be nothing else. Give me a silk
All
robe.
right.
Are we good?
What about you, Chris? Same thing.
Yeah, like Valentine's Day. I don't expect much, man. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah,
Valentine's
dog.
Day. You know what I'm saying? I tell you this too. Back in elementary and junior high, when they used to do the be main thing, I used to hope I got Valentine. You know what I mean? Because
For sure.
you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And you see the girl that you like. You see the girl that you like walking up to our next man and giving them the construction.
Hey,
paper pink cutout
boss
hat.
chest with her.
Boss
And you
chest.
was there like, man,
That boss chest to
what
hit
the
you
fuck?
hard, dog. Like, well,
Hard.
I
stop,
can't get nothing. I can't get
boy.
shit. I like, no, dog. This heck crazy, man. Jeez. But yeah, like to answer your question, see, like I good. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like you ain't gotta get me
yeah, I
nothing.
straight.
But like, the whole, lingerie. But if I was to like if they say no, pick something, um, like I could never get enough pajama
Yo,
pants, you
check,
know what I
yeah,
mean? Like go
yeah.
get me an extra pajama pants.
Not the-
Go get me like some basketball pants, go get me a hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me no cologne.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Nope.
Dog,
Don't give me the cologne.
I don't know, dog. I get so much cologne, dog. Like, as gifts over the years, is like I don't already know what the fuck that be under the tree too, dog. I could see the shape, dog. I don't already know what that is. Like, look, man, I appreciate it, but like this heck can't done in a year.
Mhm.
True.
You know what
That's
I
a
mean?
fact.
It
Cause you
can't done
don't
in
be
a year.
going out
Check hold
every
on there.
fucking weekend. You check. Like, and me personally, I don't wear cologne unless like I going out, or I don't even wear cologne to work now as a mechanic. So it's like I don't see the sense in wearing cologne when I'm going to be dirty at work. That's just me.
Mm.
So yeah.
You gotta smell good when you walk in the
No,
building,
I
man.
smell good
You gotta
regardless.
smell nice
I
in
smell good
here.
regardless, but
You know what I
wearing
mean?
cologne, dog, like I just feel that's a waste of cologne, dog. Like I could have saved that bit for
Well,
That's
I
later.
because of the
mean,
industry you work in. See, my industry is different. If I get in office, I gotta smell presentable, lad.
Mm.
Know what I'm saying? Can't be wrong there.
the man gonna
Like
still
older
smell
people.
seas. The man gonna still
Yeah.
smell seas, and he done bust off. So,
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yep.
smell the trail. Oh yeah, seas were here. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
he over here at 10 o'clock. Fuck, it's 2 p.m. or
But yeah,
something.
man.
I telling you.
So before we close out real quick, so Chris, tell me, man, like what's the plan for this year for With the Green? Wow, wow, wow.
Um, just keep building. You know what I mean? Like, some may watch the podcast and be like, it's a success, but it just have a lot more things that we want to do, a lot more things that we want to accomplish. You know what I mean? Like, we still clocking in. You know what I mean? So that just tells me that like we ain't doing enough. I want this have to be to a state where it's like, you know, you're making so much bread because it's an investment,
Mhm.
And she did
Mm.
mention that too. Like, she said, like, we so old. I'll leave the podcasting for the young people. But I don't think podcasting have an age. I think podcasting is a good investment.
Man,
Because
look at Joe Rogan podcast. You
old as
can't
fuck.
say, oh, but I figure it's
Dog,
bread.
I
Hmm.
feel like young people can't have a podcast because what they went through in life.
They ain't experienced
Yeah,
enough.
what they went through in
Yeah,
life to talk about on a podcast. You check them man grew up with
exactly.
fucking iPhone and TikTok. We grew up with fucking dial up. We ain't grew up with no internet, We ain't grew up with no fucking YouTube, We ain't grew up with none of that.
And fucking textbooks in
Textbook in
school.
schools, like
No, no, ain't no
what?
iPad.
textbooks. iPod.
Man can't no fucking
Yeah, me son.
podcast. Man can't talk about nothing.
Be like,
And no
what?
disrespect to the young people there, but I can't talk about nothing like I went through life
Freak them.
and
No.
experience life enough to have these kind of conversations. Dog. That's just real shit. You
Yeah,
check?
man.
We ain't,
This still,
I
this
ain't gonna
still,
sugarcoat nothing. I gonna be real with you. You check? I the big brother that somehow probably need in your life because I gonna just keep shit real with you. Like for real. I gotta go through life. When you go through life, then think about it and be like, yeah, let me have a podcast. Let me go talk my shit real quick. But yeah,
man.
that's good though. For and also too with Pastor, we trying to make sure that we stay on this beat. We keep our foot on the gas. Cause
I need a girl, man.
what on the pad? We
Yeah,
thought
man.
about it. We thought about it.
We did think about
We
that
thought
thing, but
about it.
we
I
don't
need
know who
I need
yet.
a girl. Like,
We don't know who yet.
preferably somebody not from the Virgin Islands, whether it's from a next Caribbean island, whether they from the States, that they just get that don't get that will get a nice little sazon, a nice little kick. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
you
man.
don't
Yeah,
know how to
man.
listen to just like, hey, that's just me. You know, I could be wrong. That's my opinion. But if I got a girl, I feel like that would be smooth. Just to like, I think it would be super funny. You know what
Yeah,
I
it's gonna
mean?
be
Like,
more funny. It'll be a lot of back and forth for sure.
Oh, we just
But
got
you
a
know,
lot of
Breeze,
topics to talk
Breeze.
about that's dealing with man and woman. We can't do some of them all the time because we're not about to have two men talking man
We ain't want to be
perspective. We
biased.
want we
Yeah.
want woman to defend
yeah,
herself too, dog. You check. But
Hmm.
yeah,
for
we're
sure.
gonna
But yeah, they out there, man. Like, make a post, make a video. Like, you want a podcast? Hit we up. Blah blah
yeah
blah blah blah. Shoot
yeah
the thing,
we
pass
gonna
through.
look into it.
Pass through is looking for you. Help wanted.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
And then go
Yeah, man,
crazy.
for
You know
sure,
what I
man. We're
mean?
gonna look into that there for sure, for sure.
Yeah, man. We're gonna do that
But
for sure, for sure.
but yeah, man. So this has been another episode of the Pass Through Podcast with C's Breeze and Chris. I know Chris, man. Chris is an honorary pass through podcaster. He's the one number
Yo,
one
check.
guest, man. Check.
And when I get a march, man, you gotta send the
For
march my
sure, for
way.
sure.
Yeah,
For
man.
sure,
Make
for sure.
sure
For sure, for
following
Get
sure.
get
with the
that.
green. If I ain't following with the green, shout out to with the green. Shout out to everybody on with the green. Shout out to Reno. Shout out to LA. Shout out to Big Cass.
Big up.
You check. Shout out to
Hmm.
everybody that
Listen,
is on with the green. And shout out to Mama
shout
too,
out to
man.
them.
Shout out to Mama too. We ain't no malice over here. We ain't talking shit.
Yeah, shout out to
You
her.
check is our love. Is our love. We just, trying to educate. That's all it is. You check. Y'all be easy. Y'all be safe.
Listen.
I hold it down.
Fix your motherfucking face, nigga.
I was waiting for it sees.